Hello, this is Toby Scott, and this is my oral presentation for performance enhancement in physical activity. I'm making the claim that the OPT model is the preferred method of training athletes in all sports with the goal in mind of performance enhancement and injury prevention. The OPT model, or the Optimum Performance Training Model, has 6 distinct phases. Phase 1 is named Stabilization Endurance. The goal of this phase is to develop the best communication between the nervous system and the muscular system. Phase 2, 3, and 4 are Strength Endurance, Hypertrophy, and Maximal Strength. These all fall under the strength umbrella, and the goal of these phases is to enhance the prime mover strength while also targeting stabilization, strength, and endurance. The final 2 phases, 5 and 6, are Power and Maximal Power. They fall under the Power umbrella, and the goal of these phases are to enhance the speed of movements. The OPT model also emphasizes the importance of an integrated training approach. All sports have different variables that need to be trained towards to ensure maximal performance. These variables that can be trained with progressions that align with the OPT model include flexibility, metabolic energy system, core, balance, plyometrics, speed, agility, and quickness, resistance, and sport-specific conditioning. The OPT model has a lot of support, as Mike D'Antoni, an NBA head coach, supports it, saying the importance of injury prevention within professional sports is beyond measure. With NASM's systematic and integrated training system, I feel confident that our players will not only have decreased injury rates, but perform at higher levels. The uniqueness of programming schemes is unparalleled throughout the strength and conditioning field. There are pros and cons to the OPT model. The pros include progressions for all athletes. Things that can be progressed are the speed of the lift, the type of contraction, the plane of motion it is in, and how heavy the lift goes. Correct alignment is stressed in the OPT model. The correct alignment is really important because, according to the book on page 30, we use starting point for a lift, the proper posture, the ability or inability to develop tension when reacting or correcting a movement are all affected by the length of the muscle when stimulated. Finally, proper periodization is a strong pro of the OPT model. Volume, intensity, in the off, pre, and in season can be modified to adjust to the needs of the athletes, and this helps the athletes optimally adapt to be ready for competitions and games. In 2018, Daniel Kant and colleagues tracked training load in 10 NCAA Division I basketball players and found that the likelihood of injury is suggested to diminish when training load is fairly constant, about 5 to 10% increase weekly. When it goes above 15%, that carries a higher injury risk. Some cons to the OPT model might include that it's hard to integrate without weightlifting or balance training modalities, but this can always be modified to the equipment available. Now, a coach might say, a track athlete coach, my athlete's a 400-meter sprinter. Why would I need lateral exercises in my program? He runs in a straight line. There's no need to do anything laterally. I would say that there's a strong need to control frontal plane movements to enhance linear speed to not lose force in the frontal plane. Dr. Bart Denganen and colleagues performed a study in 2016 and found that single leg postural stability, so frontal plane control, showed enhanced speed, production in the sagittal plane, and decreased injury risk. The OPT model is a very progressive model that helps athletes perform their best over systematic training modalities. Thank you.